sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born on the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born on the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandmother's dreams. We are the breath of the ancestors. We are the spirit of God. And we are mothers of courage, fathers of time, daughters of destiny, sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy, brothers of love, lovers of light, and builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith, makers of peace, wisdom of age. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreams. We are the breath of the ancestors. We are the spirit of God. We're mothers of courage, fathers of time. We're daughters of dust and sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We're lovers of life and builders of nations. We're singers of truth and keepers of faith and makers of peace and wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreams. We are the breath of the ancestors. We are the spirit of God. For each child that's born on the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born on the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born on the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born on the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are one.
And I am happy to be here. The last time I was here at Fremont High School was to videotape an interview with a student who was being honored for beating the odds, and that student's teacher, Preston Thomas. We do a series of stories called Beating the Odds on Quan 4. They're on low-income kids who overcome tremendous obstacles and want to go to college. And many, many of those children during the last 6 years have been from Oakland. One student, Kimberly Armstrong at Oakland Tech, was 5 when she watched her mother be murdered. She and 2 small brothers were then placed in the home of a relative who became extremely abusive. There was daily abuse. One night, when that relative picked up an iron skillet and went after her brother, Kimberly, at 11 years of age, took the hands of her brothers and escaped into the night. Had no idea where she would go. She probably saved their lives, which very well could have. Kimberly Armstrong is my hero. She is a student now at UC Berkeley. Alejandro Castillo, Oakland High. His relatives wanted him to work full-time in a car and a repair shop and not to go to school. Alejandro snuck out of work one day and registered himself for school. Alejandro is my hero. He's at Redmond College in Minnesota right now. LaShonda Brown, born premature, learning disabilities, put into learning ed, or to special ed, kids, grew up with kids pointing and laughing at her, calling her mentally retarded. LaShonda Brown graduated from Skyline last year with honors. She is now at San Francisco State University. LaShonda is my hero. We looked for heroes at the Super Bowl and in movies, and my personal opinion is that is the wrong place to look. Heroes are in our homes, our schools, and our churches, and many of them are here in Oakland in our high schools. This is a day to honor those heroes, people who think of others before they think of themselves, people who do the right thing even when that is very, very hard, and people who show courage when others are too afraid to do anything. This is a good news ceremony and a call to action for all of us to look for the heroes in ourselves. This is a part of a campaign, a national campaign, actually, to honor everyday heroes, people like Fire Captain Ray Gachalian. Ray, you'll have to forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your last name, but you're going to be hearing a lot about Ray later this morning. The Stone Soup campaign is going to be presenting awards across this country in 3 different cities, and they have chosen Oakland to start that national campaign right here at Fremont High. To tell you a little bit more about that, I want you to please give a warm welcome now to Marianne Larned, who is the Executive Director of the Stone Soup Leadership Institute. Gachalian.
Just call him Ray. It's kind of like the TV show, Everyone Loves Ray. It's kind of like that. That's all you have to know. You're going to know that by the end of the day, for sure, if you don't already. I need the handle on it. Is this? Welcome. I'm really glad you're all here. It's really an honor to be in Oakland. And the hero's journey starts with a simple step. Oftentimes it's just saying yes to a call. Every hero has a remembrance of when they started and when that call happened. A lot of people answered Dr. King's call when he asked people to come to someone to walk with him. Cesar Chavez called all his friends, asked them to march from Delano to Sacramento for the rights of the farm workers. Gandhi called his friends when he wanted to take back the power from Britain, got his friends to have the Salt March. So it was an honor this morning to watch the children marching here. This whole project started with a call. Started with Ray, who I've known for a long time. And he travels around the world and he often invites people to come home, just like any one of you would. Come on over to my house, right? Well, Ray's house is in Oakland. And he invites people from all over the world to come. And so he invited me to come, so I'm here. And while we were here, we thought, you know, it's a time to do something. It's just a time to do something. And he's going to talk with you a little bit about that later. So I'm glad you're all here to be part of that. I just want to say thank you. Because when Ray asked me to come, I don't know any different than to say yes. Walter Cronkite called me and said, hey, I want to make a TV series on your book. I said yes, I had no idea how to do that. So I called somebody at CNN and they said, geez, there's this guy Michael Jackson at Fremont High School, I ought to call him. He's in Oakland, wow. Sounds like we're supposed to be in Oakland. So we're starting that today. You're going to be the beginning of all of that. And Walter Cronkite's going to be with us in New York to see what you guys created here. I have a lot of heroes I want to thank. and I'm going to have to just say a few. There's a few heroes that come up every day and just kind of show up, like Larry the Flat Fireman. Thanks to him, we have this sound equipment, and Ross, his friend, and Enrique Padilla. People who just said yes. I call them up, I don't know them from Adam. Some people I may never meet. One of the people that I called is so special for me is there's this picture that will be given tonight to the young heroes of Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Cesar Chavez, and Eleanor Roosevelt. I never met him, but he graduated from Fremont High School, and he is so proud to have drawn this in a few days and is giving it out to all of you. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here, and for all the heroes, for our sponsors. I want to say thank you to Dennis Chaconis, the superintendent of Oakland, who is really working hard for the children. Absolutely. Martin Luther King said, everyone can be great because everyone can serve. And so what the Celebration of Heroes campaign is just an opportunity to be a hero by helping others. It's as simple as that. It's by saying yes, showing up over and over and over again. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what that takes in the world to show up and to make things happen. And thanks to people like Captain Dachlian, who just show up and do great things in the world. Oakland's a better place. And we're hoping after today, all of you will think of one little thing you might do that would make the world a little better place. Thank you.
It's my pleasure now to introduce a man who's got to have one of the toughest jobs around. Dennis Chaconis, the superintendent of schools for the city of Oakland. Mr. Chaconis. Casual Friday today?
Of course it's Casual Friday. I'm at the school I graduated from. Why would I want to be casual? It's a great school. I'm a little late today because I actually wanted to go by the house that my parents used to own right up the street. So if I'm kind of reminiscent about walking to school. This program is to recognize individuals that through their own spirit and inner drive are making a difference in our community and in our world. And too often our local media and newspapers continue to recognize those that are non-productive, the snipers from Washington, D.C., the individuals that wreak evil on our society. And today, to recognize Ray and others for their contribution is what we as a community have to do. The spirit of Oakland has to change from a place of mean streets to one of peaceful streets. And the only way we change our society is to start recognizing heroes that go beyond the call of duty. This is the only way it's going to change. Yesterday I was at a recognition of Thomas Berkeley, to name a street after him. An individual that had a vision for the port before anyone else could think about what was going to happen. We have to do these types of activities. I'm pleased to be here today and to be part of this program of making Oakland a place for the future. Thank you very much, and thank you for what we're doing.
Short mic. I want to introduce now a teacher from the Media Academy here at Fremont, the coordinator of the Stone Soup Leadership Institute's pilot program with radio, TV news, and all kinds of stuff. Public Relations Society of America, they work with the News Directors Foundation. Michael Jackson.
Hola, estudiantes. The Media Academy at Fremont High School, with Steve O'Donnell and myself, we've been trying to hook our students up with stuff that would really help them with their lives and make them really happy people. And that includes things like going to college, and we particularly think that journalism is an honorable profession. And so we've been trying to train our kids in newspaper, magazine, radio, and television here for like 18 years. So when I met Marion Larman and she asked us to pilot her book, I knew it was a really good opportunity for the students, and I think it's worked out really well. This book is like, it's got 100 stories, not one story, about people who care about other people, who make a difference in the lives of other people. And so it's teachers and adults know that students need to do a lot of reading and do a lot of literacy kind of things. So the book was very good for those content standards and other fancy kind of words that are about education and stuff like that. So that was a good thing. But we were really looking for something that would make our young journalists better storytellers. So we used the stories, and then our students went out and did their own interviews and wrote their own stories about heroes in their own lives. And so we've got the next generation of people celebrating heroes. And would the writer of these stories, and I'm going to get Marianne for her next book, stand up, please? So it's not often that a high school student gets to present her and his work to a book editor. So here we go. And thank you very much. And here's one of our finest young men. Jabari Taylor's going to introduce some student video that some of the guys out here do. How y'all doing this morning? Hey, have like a family member, like a grandmother or a friend, ever told y'all that it takes a village to raise a child? Yeah. Well, with female is that village. The Media Academy, I want to take the time out to thank all the guys that came here, including the fans that came here, like Destiny's Art Dance and this dance up here. I'd like to thank you guys for coming. And we'd like to and here's two videos produced by the Media Academy. Here are two videos produced by the Media Academy, produced by Janelle, Sway, Steven, and Chris.
Stop it.
brothers, there were some Marines. There were 10 young people that were there. And when we showed up, they realized that we had hose and nozzles. They wanted to do something. We gave them a couple of minutes training how to hold the hose. Before you know it, we had an instant fire brigade. Without the involvement of those 10 kids, without the involvement of all the volunteers, that fire may not have stopped, or it did stop. We would have lost more than 3,000 homes. We would have lost more than 25 lives without the assistance of people who risked their lives.
Rosa Parks.
Martin Luther King Jr. I knew it in my mind. It changed everything in high school.
Batman.
Superman.
I heard that.
I don't have a specific hero, but I have a lot of people that help me out throughout my life. Heroes and all.
Definition of a hero.
Somebody who can handle that business and somebody else. Person who enlightens other people's lives. Someone who gives everything and asks for nothing back.
A hero is a person that helps a community in any way.
Somebody who saves my life. Someone that I would say has your back. Somebody I could look up to. Someone that is a role model.
No matter like the obstacles that come your way. Don't think about yourself all the time you help others. No, that's basically what you hero is. Well, that's beyond and I feel that it goes beyond the individual. That's a real peace. It is drive, the energy, that has drawn others to the cause.
I'm adding student involvement and representing the student body here at Fremont High School.
We're planning to curriculum, giving students better education. We have to find our way into education, and we want them to have the best chance that we have.
I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know for sure, those who are One-third of the population of the world is 15 years and younger. They are the future.
The students that are here at Fremont are the future.
What are we leaving to the one who will be building?
Just a lot of lost souls, man.
Is it very pretty out here?
Oakland is a violent place to live at.
More than the city around.
Very violent.
Dangerous.
Hot air.
Beautiful. It's dangerous.
Ghetto. Inspiring.
The town, the violence, drugs, alcohol, people driving recklessly.
Diversity.
Oakland to me is culture.
A place that has a better reputation. Prosperous.
Oakland is cool.
My mission is to encourage and inspire others to do their best.
My life is an example of me not giving up.
The black male is usually the one committing crimes and stuff like that. And just the statistics, I work here. I cut school for a whole year now.
It's really hard to unite the student body when it's never been done before. Staying out of trouble, keeping up games, coming to basketball practice every day. I had a hard class assignment in English class, and then I was up all night, but I wanted to get an A, so I didn't give up, and I stayed up all night and got an A.
Last year I was getting low GPAs, and this year I got a 3.83.
These 12 years, I'm a senior now. I never
Get my marks.
Y'all know good music.
People that represent Oakland don't represent the right way they should.
The future of Oakland is a networking community. are working together towards a common goal.
There's a stereotype of, she's from Oakland, people gonna take you bad.
We all die.
Make it good.
Develop the heart. Too much energy is spent in this country on developing the mind instead of the heart. Be compassionate, not just to your friends, but to everyone.
Be compassionate.
Work for peace. Work for peace.
And I say again,
Never give up, no matter what is happening.
No matter what is going on.
never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Let's have another big hand for that video. Please give a big warm welcome now to the mayor of Oakland, who is here today to honor all the heroes here, Mayor Jerry Brown. You guys help the mayor get up here to the stage.
Okay, this is going to be brief. Got a proclamation here. Young Heroes of Oakland Day. And I have nothing to do with any of this. It's the heroes, but it's my job as mayor to recognize the heroes on behalf and speaking for all the people of Oakland. There are some people who are just like you or anybody else that, stand up, they meet the challenge. And it can be heroic in many different ways. It could be helping somebody, it could be breaking up a fight, it could be building something, mentoring somebody. There's many ways of being a hero. And each person, at some moment in their life, will be called upon to either be a flake or a hero. And when that moment comes, you better be ready. So, congratulations, all you young heroes of Oakland. This is your day, and we're going to have each one of you, some point, sometime, take that extra step, that extra courage, without which you don't have a society, you don't have a community, you don't have anything. So, this is an important day, and I'm sure glad to be here. Thanks.
We have another video that we want to show you now, the Stone Soup Leadership Institute's Hero Report. Let's roll the video.
As we begin this new millennium, it's a good time to take stock. Where have we been? Where are we going? What do we want the next 100 years to bring? For ourselves and for our families. And who will chart our path?
Each day is a new step, a new beginning, at a time of uncertainty for the youth in this country and around the world. We must take our place at the forefront of American life, and we can do that by flexing our muscles of social, political, economic, and spiritual influence.
be that what you want to see in the world, and then attract those with other skills to help you get the word out about your work.
Great, Julian, come on up to the stage right now to be honored. Mayor Jerry Brown. Mayor Brown, come on up and help us give this award to your friend. There you are.
Jerry, since you're an old friend of Grace, I thought you might want to say, tell the other folks around here who never met him why we all love him.
Well, okay, Ray, now you're in trouble.
This is going to get interesting. This is going to get interesting.
I won't tell. I won't tell you what he's really like. But I'm just impressed that he's here. He's done a heck of a lot of things. Filmmaking as a person in the fire department, a captain coming up from the ranks, and not somebody who just sat in the firehouse. He got out and worked with people and did a lot of very good stuff. So, Ray, congratulations. The Silver Stone, the Stone Soup Community Award of Oakland.
I want to give the first plaque of Gandhi, Cesar Chavez, Dr. King, and Eleanor Roosevelt to Ray Gatchalian, who is following in their footsteps and bringing their message to Oakland.
Well, I'm totally surprised at this event. I've been gone for 2 months, traveling around the Philippines and Thailand and Mongolia, doing a film on street children of the world, and doing a story about the street children here in the United States. And there are many people to thank here. There are many people to thank. It is just not me, and that you're honoring, and it's just not these 10 recipients from the Oakland Unified School District and from the private schools. You're not just honoring them, but you're honoring the people behind us. We cannot do this by ourselves. Today is All Souls Day. Today is Dia de los Muertos. To honor those who came before us. None of us would be here. Jerry Brown, Jaconis, none of us would be doing the work we were doing unless there were people like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, many people, our parents, our brothers, our sisters. I wouldn't be able to do this work, the work that I'm doing, without my partner, who doubles as my wife, Evie O. Young, who is here, and my daughter, wait a minute, and I have my daughter over there, who's about to have our first grandson. We must remember those who came before us. We must remember everything that we have, the world that we have, the rights that we have, the comforts that we have. People gave their lives for that. Right in the room next door is a picture of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King said, "The ultimate measure of a man or a woman is not in moments of comfort and convenience, but in times of challenge and controversy. We live in those times. We need all of you. We need each other. We need to remove distrust. We need to remove resentment. We need to remove hate. Oakland is a beautiful place. Marcus Foster, who is on the Hall of Fame in the principal's office. Who was Marcus Foster? He was assassinated. He was the superintendent of the Oakland Unified School District. He said, "We're made in Oakland because we have the audacity to believe in each other." Do you have the audacity to believe in each other? There are people writing about Oakland. They're writing about bad news. They're writing about the bad news around the world. But there is good news. We are the good news. We have the young people who are going to receive this award, like Wendy Dakuda said, we must recognize the hero in each one of us. There is a hero in each one of us. We are here to inspire and to encourage each other, to bring out the best in each other. We know how to bring out the worst in each other. There's no problem with that. Each one of us knows that. But we must work every day to fill our minds with inspiration and encouragement. What you read, what you see, the music you listen to. We must fill our hearts, as Dalai Lama said. So I'm going to ask you to repeat something after me, okay? Can you do that? This is what I've learned, and this is what I've been thinking about. What can I impart to the young people? I was a young person too one time, can you believe that? But I was young just like you, sitting in your seats, waiting for the speaker to finish so that I could enjoy my weekend. Okay? But listen to me. This was passed on to me. Please repeat after me. There is no limit to the strength and power of my mind. There is no limit to the strength and power of an integrated mind and heart. I will concentrate on this resolution each and every day. I will fill my mind with a resolution to accomplish. I will work toward honorable goals with positive actions. I will be kind and compassionate, not just to my friends, but to everyone. I will work for peace in my heart and in the world. I will continue to forge and drive my mind, my body, and my spirit to higher achievements until my last breath. Thank you for being here, and go do the work.
We're now going to present the awards to 8 students here from the city of Oakland. So, Mayor, Superintendent, if we could bring those awards over here. A certificate, a $50 check, a book produced by published by the Stone Soup Institute, and also a copy of this poster here that shows Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Cesar Chavez, Eleanor Roosevelt, that was created just for today by a graduate from Fremont, class of '84, Alberto Ledesma. As I read your name and tell everyone a little bit about you, can you please, those students who are being honored, come up here to the stage and accept your awards from all these good people who are here to honor you today. Our first student, Sandra Allen from Oakland Technical High School. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Sandra is a hero because she helps other teenagers stay focused on their goal of being the first in their family to go to school. She is a student at Oakland Tech and has overcome many obstacles of her own, including at times being homeless. In spite of that, she has always remained committed to her education. She participates in Upward Bound, program at Mills College, has spent countless hours helping other students keep focused on their studies, and in a time when Oakland kids are too often noticed for negative behavior, her counselors say that Sandra shines like a beacon of hope. A big hand for Sandra Allen. has a ton of commitments, so I'm afraid he's going to have to say goodbye to us, but the rest of us will stay here and honor the other students. Our next student we honor today as a hero is Tamara Bradford, Patton Academy High School. A little bit about Tamara. Tamara likes helping people, especially kids. For the last 2 summers, she has volunteered at Camp Read-A-Lot, helping kids from the ages of 5 to 7 learn to read. And by the end of our class, she says all the students have read 10 books. She volunteers with the youth program at Highland Hospital as well. She's had the opportunity to see the everyday lives of doctors and nurses and patients who are struggling there. She is a basketball star and believes in helping others because that develops character. Volunteering is a great way to keep kids out of trouble. A big hand for Tamara Bradford. Our next honoree comes from Lionel Wilson College Prep Academy, Rigoberto Calderon. Rigoberto, who is 12 years old, started by just saying yes when his little brother's kindergarten teacher asked him to read to her kids. And now he actually leads the whole class sometimes and even gives up part of his lunch period to work with the kids. He says, before Mrs. Ray asked me to read to her kids, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. And when I got my experience from the kids, I knew I really, really wanted to be a teacher. I've grown a lot from learning that a lot of kids need my help. A big hand for Rigoberto. Our next honoree, Contrina Amber Jones from Castlemont High School. And you have to help me with Contrina Jones wants to be a high school math teacher when she grows up. So for now, she tutors elementary school kids at Hope Academy in math, teaching third graders to tell time, to count money, and more. She has been a Girl Scout for 12 years. She enjoys giving back to her community. She's a high school senior and on the honor roll. At 17, she has demonstrated academic excellence in all her courses of study ever since 9th grade. A big hand for Contrina. Our next honoree from Holy Names High School, Ashante Lorraine Washington. Ashante wants to be a doctor. Last summer, she volunteered 120 hours at Highland Hospital in the nursery department. One of her favorite memories is of a baby named David. Every day she would go into the nursery at noon to feed him. He was very, very tiny, never smiled, and then one day when she was playing with him, he smiled. And that was a big moment. At times, Ashante has had to overcome her own fears. She loves children, and the biggest obstacle in that voluntary work she did was seeing children hurt, harmed, or victimized by drugs or alcohol abuse. When she grows up, she says she'd like to change that. A big hand for Ashante Washington. Our next honoree, Kenneth Jones, East Bay Conservation Corps Charter School. Kenneth? Kenneth is a hero in Oakland who is helping to take care of the earth as a crew leader for the East Bay Conservation Corps. Thank you, Rand. He clears land, he restores creeks, cleans up Diamond Park, he planted sycamore trees on the Embarcadero in Oakland. 15 years from now, those trees will be a canopy, he says. I'd like to start in my own backyard first and teach people to take pride where they live in cleaning up the streets. Kenneth also volunteers on Earth Day and even traveled to Puerto Rico and with the Bay Area organization Earth Train to teach a workshop on restoring the rainforest. He started out at Castlemont High School and then he spent some time at Juvenile Hall. Now he's graduating from the East Bay Conservation Charter School in June. He says, I decided to change my life. I had to learn how to stand up and be my own man. Kenneth says, if you want to change the world, you have to change yourself and lead by example. Big hand for Kenneth. I've had a little kitchen accident up here with my water. Our next three honorees come from Fremont High School. Nina Baez, Veronica Garcia, Damon Witz come forward. All three of these students have shown remarkable leadership in the roles of ASB student body presidents and Fremont School Site Council. They work with in the public eye and behind the scenes. They organize student activities and rallies. And the principal here at Fremont says they have brought a sense of school spirit here to the student body that has not been seen in years. She believes that Oakland students have what it takes to change the world. Nina feels strongly that by being a leader herself, that she will show others how to be leaders. Damon works with the Alcohol Policy Network, organizing community workshops and campaigns and resolutions that encourage people, one at a time, to move away from alcohol. He's also been working on Oakland's recycling program, says that has made him very proud. Veronica is excited about the success of Bombast, that's a lunch program to reduce truancy. She had to overcome her own shyness so that she could get things done, and now she finds a lot of joy when she's able to get others involved. Teenagers have to help each other, Veronica says, so we can make a better future for all of us. A big hand for Damon, Veronica, and me. Our last student to receive an award today comes from McClymonds High School, Latoya Phillips. Latoya works for the Girls and Boys Club of Oakland. She volunteers, she tutors, she spends time with the kids there. She says we need to show these kids that we care and we're there for them. And we're there to help others. A big hand for Latoya. Let's have a big hand again, a final hand for all of our winners. Our program today, we have Javier and the Destiny Arts Youth Performance Company. And Marianne, I'm assuming that that means that we need to all move. No? We're okay right here? Okay.
Hey, y'all, Fremont, I'm gonna need y'all help real quick, all right? Check this out, I got 4 hours sleep, so I'm gonna need y'all to be my Red Bull. When I say Fremont, make some noise, blow the roof off. Fremont, make some noise! Rewind. Fremont, make some noise! For the heroes. for the heroes. I'm doing this poem for y'all, my beautiful people up here. I'm doing the damn thing. Doing it. Check it out, check it out. I've admired many people of all kinds, and I thought I'd tell y'all about this little nursery rhyme. Like Martin Luther King when he was doing the civil rights thing. The theme of the movement was I had a dream, and I still have it. It's so real, goddamn it, I can grab it. Next came Malcolm X, who was telling the U.S., you better start showing black people respect. And then came the Black Panthers, who had the answers. We better get rid of the stuff that's affecting us like cancer. And we can't beat our women like Harriet Tubman, who shoved those women and handed them trains. Said take off the chain, baby, because you're free. And our first black millionaire named Madam C.J. Walker, she was a smooth talker. She got her hair straight and showed the hell of money we could make. And then there was the Scores, of Feeney and Asada, who made sure that black kids out of not go hungry. I love y'all. And then don't let me forget about Miss Rosa Parks, who parked her butt in the front, and when they said we gotta move, she was like, huh, what? She wasn't going now. She wasn't going now. And they fought for my right to speak up on the mic and say what I like and tell y'all what's going on tonight. They didn't get this since the day of birth. See, they was gifted since they were little kids playing in the dirt when they was in the motherland, while they was telling stories and dancing in the sand, originated from Africans, when they were sharpening our tools, passing it down so I could teach on these schools. They use spears now as marathons. They giving us to say, go ahead, child, run along, and keep our tradition going on, and we do it by hip-hop, dance, and song. That's how we pass our tradition along. But I can't forget about the other heroes, other folks that have been putting it down, all the other colored faces, my other colored people heroes that have been doing it in other places. Now let me go to the Philippines with Jose Rizal, who put it down with the book about freedom. When the future ready, I said, and then don't forget about Mr. Andres Bonifacio, who said the Spanish gotta go, saying that you had to have a certain paper to live in this country or you can't live here. Hell no, we gotta get you out of here. Out. Which was crazy. His own people killed him like they killed Malcolm, which amazed me. And don't let me forget about Mr. and Mrs. Roosevelt, your love I felt. And Mahatma Gandhi, who wants me to not be silent, but to do my thing and make sure it's non-violent. Viva Cesar Chavez! Viva Cesar Chavez, who said, stop spraying pesticides over our heads. We farm workers, not animals. Stop spraying us with these deadly chemicals. And now in Frisco, we got Cesar Chavez Boulevard. But it's kind of hard when I drive through and see all my Mexicanos without no jobs. That's hard. And one of my personal heroes is Mr. Miguel Piñero, one of the most talented Puerto Rican writers that our folks don't even know. Short eyes, open my eyes, and sideshow helped me grow. And seek the cause, show me how talented he was. And he did it for a cause, not just because. That was my dog, Mr. Miguel Piñero. Oh, wait a minute. Don't let me not mention Tupac. I'm still hella mad that my brother got shot, but your wisdom, your legacy, and your memory will never be forgotten. When I hear Tupac, you won't be forgotten. That's my father. And now let me bring it back to the Bay, when we got heroes walking these streets every day. My folks and my heroes is local, who use their vocals to reach the locals. Folks who do dance and poetry workshops and do anti-violence programs so that the violence will stop. My heroes work with kids and try to stem away from the negative stuff they did. They tell the truth, ain't no fears. And I admire those who risk their lives. So actually, I'm gonna tell you about the folks I admire. The ones who jump in a burning building and save someone from a fire. Those that pull over and help you if you got a flat tire. For the bus driver to let me know the bus even though my transfer expired. Much pride, and my hero is at this ground zero. They helping someone on the ground who got shot so their heart rate don't go zero. We gotta keep our people alive. You feel me, though? And a hero to me is someone who preserves others' lives so that they can sacrifice their own lives and they gotta go through strife. If that's the case, my number one hero is my grandmama. I love you, baby, because you kept me away from all that drama. I love my grandma. That's my hero. And it's something in the way they speak to the youth, something in the way that they speak the truth, something in the way they care, and something in the way they make us aware of the danger out there. And my heroes is the young people who do a good amongst being around all kinds of evil. My hero is my young people doing the right thing surrounded by this evil. That's my heroes. And there's many people that go unmentioned for their heroic acts, but that's cool though, because God won't get you back. Many people go unmentioned for their heroic acts, but don't tip because God got your back and He'll get you back. And for those who got mentioned, and for my heroes that get mentioned, it's about damn time they brought you to our attention. Now you got our full attention. Put your fist up for our heroes. Put your fist up for our heroes.